Hello and welcome back to Stay Plugged In. My name is Sheridan, and today I am here with Dylan Gentilcore, the Esports Director of University of Wisconsin River Falls.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dylan Gentilcore. I'm the head esports coach at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. We're a varsity esports program that also supports our student club as well as campus recreational offerings such as open rec and intramural tournaments. Our esports arena is equipped with 26 computers as well as 3 TVs with PlayStation 5s and switches at each one. So we're looking to fill large rosters in pretty much every title.
Tell us why your school is attending Carry2College.
So Carry2College is always a great event for us to attend. I love to get out there and get actual footage of players in real time, watching them live, seeing how they handle the situation of basically being on the big stage, right? Knowing that the eyes are on them, that college coaches as well as their peers are watching them and they're expected to perform. So I think when you have that situation of students being able to genuinely show you their mettle as well as the pressure that's on them to perform simultaneously, as well as the fact that between matches or before or after, we have access to the students to talk with them to get their perspective and feedback on how they did on that day, what some of their goals are for the future in terms of academics and competition in college. It makes it a really high value event for us at River Falls.
How do you feel the last Carry2College event went for your program?
I think it went really well. I had the opportunity to speak to players across a number of titles. One that was particularly important to us was Call of Duty. Call of Duty is difficult to recruit for in the high school space. Not a lot of schools or states or leagues want to support a title like that. So these students have to go off and compete on their own, have to grind solo queue, form their own amateur teams, compete in pretty much any pug that they can find. So being able to have more of a structured event that's aimed towards the scholastic sphere was huge for that title. But I also got to speak to Overwatch players as well and learn more about them and how they felt about their performance on the weekend.
What advice do you have for students who want to put their best foot forward in approaching coaches or directors like you?
I would say, for one, in game, make sure that you're not only doing all the little things to make yourself look good. I think people really want to hyper focus on their own performance, but also make sure you're doing the things that contribute to team success, right? And not all of those will be reflected on the stat sheet, but they do show up in the eye test. And when we talk to you and your teammates afterwards, it will come through in the way that you discuss how you felt about your play in your matches. So make sure that you're really focusing on your ability to demonstrate your skills as a team player. Your personal skill that can be showed off in so many other metrics. We can look at solo queue, we can look at the API data that's available, but for the most part, your ability to show off what you can do in a competitive environment only really takes place at events like this. I would say on the flip side, out of game, as you're talking to coaches, make sure to talk about your intangibles and your experience, the background that you're going to be able to bring. If you competed in amateur teams, if you have experience managing teams on the side, if you played for your high school team, if you have coaching experience, if you feel like you are someone who talks a lot and is local in game, or is more of a person who tries to create a good team environment, those are all really interesting facts about yourself that we want to know about you. And it helps us understand what you're going to contribute to our program besides raw mechanical skill or maybe, the ability to pop off every once in a while.
Can you speak a little bit about those traits that you mentioned?
Yeah, for sure. So first off, I already kind of mentioned it, but we look for traits related to leadership. So if that means you have managed or coached or served as team captain or IGL or shot caller for a team before, we definitely want to know about those experiences and how you managed working with other players and peers, especially ones around your age or even older. It can be really difficult sometimes, right, for these young students to take on a leadership role and serve not only as authority figure, but also someone who greases the wheels and keeps things going smoothly, right? I always talk about leadership primarily being a position of service rather than authority. So making sure that we can see, yeah, you can step up and take charge, but you're also someone who does what needs to be done, make the sacrifices to make the overall team environment better and put your teammates in a position to succeed. I think outside of those leadership skills, we're looking for people who are really committed to esports as a whole. Right now, at the collegiate space, we're always seeing which of our players are interested in doing more than just competing. Are they interested in being part of making content, whether that's on camera or off camera? Are they interested in the aspects related to social media management, streaming, casting, all of those little things that help build up the program. Of course, we want dedicated people to do that at the collegiate level, but we're also looking for players looking to double dip and get experience across the board and potentially look into non-playing pathways into professional esports.
What advice do you have for students who might be a little bit nervous or scared to put themselves out there and speak to coaches?
So, and this is something I said a lot this past weekend. I went to a state finals for the state of Minnesota's league, and I just really stressed them like your success and your merit as a competitor can't be measured in a single day, a single weekend, a single match. While those high pressure situations might feel like the end all be all, they aren't. And honestly, your demeanor coming out of a bad performance means everything. If you can go out there and kind of lay an egg, but still come out with a positive attitude, being able to constructively talk about how you played and how you contributed to your team still, that speaks volumes about you as a player and how you'll handle adversity. Winning fixes everything, right? So we love to see people when they're not winning. That shows their true colors, who they really are. So embrace the opportunity to go out there and fail, right? Like only one team can really win each of these things. So the rest of the teams are going to some degree fail. Don't worry about that. Go out there, give it your all, give it your best shot. If you're going to go down in a blaze of glory, and then be able to speak positively and constructively about what took place. And I think that's going to give you even more of an advantage than if you just go out there, stomp everyone, and then come across arrogant or something like that, right? You need to be able to show off the full spectrum of who you are, and nothing brings that out more than going out and having a tough weekend.
And where can people go to find out more about your program?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to keep up with what we're building here at University of Wisconsin River Falls Esports, feel free to follow us everywhere at UWRF Esports. Doesn't really matter the case sensitive, right? So UWRF Esports, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We're out there. You can also find our link tree /UWRF Esports, and that'll connect you with everything that we're doing.